Hello, hello.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
We are here in
Toulouse,
Tu mundo brilla,
tu
tu abrazo, la tierra canta. Yes, we are in southern France right now,
Toulouse.
enjoying some loose, some light, some sunshine.
Yeah, there's a lot of sunshine here, and there's a very big river next to us. Maybe if you put the camera up a little bit also.
Here you can see the river. Very nice, very beautiful.
Super beautiful place. And yeah, we were actually gonna discuss what this video is going to be about. So maybe we can do it right now.
Yes, I have an idea. So we're actually on our way to a supermarket because we will cook tonight something delicious.
Yes.
And something that is very important for both of us is to actually knowing what is in our food and
Oh yeah.
also
yeah.
where it comes from.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, we talked about this a couple of days ago that we wanted to share a video about how much we are trying to be conscious of the ingredients of the food that we buy, and how shall we share about this? I mean, we can say, for instance, like certain ingredients that we try to avoid, and the
Yes.
reason why.
Yes.
So what would you like to share about that, Julie?
Yeah, for me, checking the ingredients on, I mean, when you buy things like tomatoes or any fruits or vegetables, actually, of course, there's no ingredients list. But now I talk about things where you can find an ingredients list. And I always look at the shorter the ingredients list, the better, most of the time. For me, when I see a product, it has like such a long ingredient list, I straight away know I'm not gonna buy it. And yeah, for me it's, and for both of us, very important to look at like what can you find in there. One thing that we always focus on is sugar, for example. Many products have hidden sugars inside them. Often they're not even labeled as sugar itself, but they can also be labeled as something else, like dextrose, fructose, dextrose, or there are many different names as well. Some kind of syrup. Then also things like preservatives and conservatives are something that can often be found in products, especially when they're non-organic. It's something that we preferably also do not have in our food. And also things like processed oils, for example, is something we try to avoid. Like, especially when it comes to products where it's just really unnecessary to have oil inside. Often oils, sugars, and also salt is added in unnecessary quantities.
And can you a little bit elaborate on what is the reason that you like, or that we like to avoid long ingredient lists?
Yeah, basically because there's a lot of crap in our products. I mean, just when you want to, like, for example, buy a bread, for example, like even if it's like a dark whole grain bread, when you check the ingredients list, often there are things inside that really do not belong in there. Like when you think about making a bread, imagine you make it at home. What do you put inside? You make it with flour, preferably a healthy whole grain flour, and maybe some salt, maybe some yeast, some water. These are the main ingredients, but even often nowadays in supermarkets, breads contain even ingredients like sugar. They contain processed oils and preservatives. Yeah.
So you mean that maybe the reason why you want to avoid long lists is because usually if they are long, they have these kinds of ingredients.
Exactly, most of the time. But of course, there are also products that have long lists and they still have good ingredients inside them.
Yeah.
It really depends on the product itself, but
still, even if it's only nice and good ingredients, if it's a long list, we still prefer to buy products that have a short list, because we really love whole food. We love to have food that we love the simplicity also of food that is only consists of a couple of ingredients, and you can really also still distinguish the individual ingredients that it's made out of. At least for me, that's also a really important part of why I personally yeah, prefer shorter lists. But I think it's for you too. But
yeah, but that being said, I also really want to say that the best thing that I feel to do is actually buying things where there's only one ingredient, like the thing itself, like in its purest and in its most pure and whole form. So buying fruits and vegetables, it's one ingredient, literally, like there's no ingredients list on them. Things like grains and legumes, like grains, like things like quinoa or buckwheat or millet or rice, like it's one ingredient. Or chickpeas or lentils, peas, or any kind of other legumes, it's one ingredient, and that shows already it's a whole food. And that's why when it comes to even ingredients with longer lists, we prefer actually to have them as little as possible in what we buy.
Exactly. Beautiful. I'm thinking of is there anything else that I want to add to that? I was thinking about chocolate actually.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not funny. I don't even know what exactly I would like to share about chocolate, but maybe that the chocolate that we like to buy and the chocolate that feels healthiest to us is also one with a very short ingredient list. Maybe it's interesting to name the main ingredients that chocolate has to consist of.
Yes.
Which is cacao. I guess just raw cacao or
cacao butter.
Cacao butter.
Cacao paste.
Cacao paste, yeah. And usually if it's not 100%, then there's going to be some kind of sugar usually. Is there something actually you can say? Maybe I think you know a little bit more about sugar than me. What sugar do you prefer? If there's a choice, which one do you feel is the best one?
Yeah, I mean
the most healthy one.
In a way, I would say that sugar is sugar, but there are some differences between in like for example, the glycemic index of different sugars, meaning how much they raise your blood sugar level. There are all kinds of different sugars out there nowadays. I would say the one that should be avoided most is white refined sugar, and
that's mainly just called sugar without any
on the list
additives on the list. Yeah.
Yes, and then there's also things like called raw sugar or brown sugar, which are a bit less processed than the white sugar. There are also things like syrups, also like agave. What else is there? There's also rice syrup or coconut syrup, but there are not many chocolates. I haven't found a lot of chocolates that are sweetened with that, but in organic shops they have them sometimes.
Yeah.
And coconut sugar is also often used in healthy chocolates that are promoted as healthy. Yeah. But even often chocolates that are promoted as sugar-free chocolates do have sugar. They just have a substitute for that.
Yeah, like maybe even sometimes stevia you could find in sugar. There's also things like dextrose and glucose that you can find, which I think is better than refined sugar, white refined sugar, but still.
I do not agree.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think it's basically the same, just another word for it.
Dextrose is not.
Dextrose is a bit different than glucose.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly what it actually means. Okay. So that's something we need to find out.
That's a nice next research topic.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that is that's the thing I would like to share for now.
Yes, me too.
Anything else?
Just one finishing question. I would like to ask you guys out there what your experience is with going grocery shopping and buying products. How aware are you of the ingredients inside? Are you taking care of that at all? Are you aware of that at all? And also, what is your experience with different sugars?
Yeah. What are the things that you would like to share? What are you looking out for? What are your preferences? We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it for now.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day.